Hello everyone, so in this video today we are finally reading A Court of Silver Flames. Not technically the last book in the ACOTAR, Thorns and Roses series, because apparently a 6th book coming out maybe in the next year or two, but I'm just going to count it as the last one for now because this is all that's out, this is all we've got. So A Court of Silver Flames. Oh man, it's been a bit of a journey to get here. It's taken a while, but here we are. And I have filmed basically my reaction and everything for all the books, so if you want to go check them out, they'll be on my channel. We're here now. We're just going to keep pushing through. I think this is like 700 and... how much is this? Probably close to 750 pages, I think. So... yeah, I mean, this is a big book. It's going to take me a while to get through, but that's alright. We'll get there. I'm giving myself till the end of the year because I'd like to start some new books next year, but I think giving myself 2.5 weeks to finish this should be plenty. And I'm a bit conflicted about this, honestly, because I know it's about Nesta and Cassian and kind of their relationship and how that one's going to develop. They kind of just figured everything out together, honestly, and I'm pretty sure they like connect over it and stuff, and that's just kind of what's on the back of the book, so I'm kind of intrigued. I also know that Nesta is quite an unlikable character. She hasn't been the nicest person throughout the first 4 books, and it is making me a bit worried. It's kind of putting me off the book a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I know that there's definitely going to be some character development in this book for her, because you're seeing a lot more kind of in-depth of how she feels and what's going on in her head and why she acts the way she does and why she pushes people away. So it's been a question I've asked a few times. Why does she act like this? I would like to know more. We didn't really get that much. So, you know, we've got a 750 page book of why Nesta acts the way she does, basically. And so I am keen for that. I honestly am keen. She's not happy. She's always quite upset. She's always pushing people away. She hates where she is now. She hates being what she is now, and just everything in her life. She basically hates it, and she will only realise in a life or death situation that her sisters love her. Feyre is always sacrificing something or saving her, and Nesta will then realise, oh, my sisters do love me, and then goes back to just hating everyone and everything. And it's just like, it's been a bit frustrating to read because you want her character to develop, and nothing's really happening. It'll change the slightest, and then she goes straight back to how she was. And then the ending of A Court of Frost and Starlight, or not quite the ending, but just kind of how she was acting in that book was quite frustrating and sad to read, honestly, because it's like she's just making the whole situation a lot worse for herself by putting herself in such a dark place. And it's just been a bit hard to read, and it's just like, it hasn't put me off the book because like I said, I'm so keen to read this book. I love this world, I love this universe, I love everything about this series, and it's one of my favourite series, and I'm glad I got it off Book Talk, but it's just put me off, like how her character is, and I'm just so hoping that she has a lot more character development. That's what I'm really hoping for. I am keen. I'm going to just jump into it, I think, and we're going to see how it goes, but I'll come back to you with any updates. But let's go, 750 pages, woo! Wish me luck. 3 of this and I hope this is the last one. So anyway, I just want to jump on here because I made it to part 3 of ACOTAR Silver Flames, and this is day 8 of me reading this book, I'm pretty sure. So today's the 23rd, Monday the 23rd of December, and yeah, I was gonna update you guys at part 2, but I just kept going, and before I knew it, I just made it to part 3. So I thought I'd just quickly jump on here now because I really just wanted to mention how much I have loved Nesta's character development. She's just progressed through this book and worked on all her past traumas, and you're just finally seeing like just everything that's going on in her head and why she acts the way she does and why she pushes people away. And you can tell why, like she does care about everyone. That see it as clear as day now in this book, and how much it hurts her to see her friends and family in pain, and how much she wants to protect her family, especially her sister Elaine. Because of all the trauma she's been through, it's made it so much worse and harder for her to believe that people can love her, and you know, that her family's going to be there for her and everything, and for her to be okay with breaking down and letting go of everything that's happened, and just understanding that what's happened, and everything with the cauldron and the war, and just it's just everything is like finally coming to light. So you're finally seeing everything happening and what's going on in her mind, and it's just eye-opening, and it just finally makes you understand her character and just love her character so much more. I love her and Cassian's development and their relationship, the thing that's going on with them. It is a bit spicy, I will admit. There's about maybe 7 or so chapters with spice that's like kind of mentioning, you know, the full thing, like everything kind of gets mentioned in those chapters, but there's also bits and pieces throughout the chapters where, like, you know, memories will get mentioned, or she'll think about what happened between them, and Cassian will think about what happened between them, or they'll do stuff to themselves, or, you know, just there's like little mentions of it. Yeah, no, it's been really good to read, and I've flown through it. I think Saturday and Sunday I read 100 pages on both days, and then tonight I've read about 60 pages, and for the first, I think Monday to Friday last week, I read roughly 50 pages a day. So I have been flying through this book, and it's just been so good. Like, it's exceeded my expectations a lot, and I'm so glad that I pushed myself to read it and that we're at this point. And I think that's all I'm going to say. I'll update you guys when I'm done now, I think, and we'll go from there. But I'm keen to see where this goes and how this is going to end. Oh my god, a lot's happened, a lot of unanswered questions. It'll be good. We got this. Okay, this is take number 3 because English is hard, crows are noisy, and not able to film today apparently. So we're just going to try and make this quick. I've said this a few times now, so I should be able to cut it down. If you can, this is what I deal with on a daily basis. So I finished it. It took me like 1.5 weeks roughly, 750 pages. It did not feel like 750 pages, honestly. It flew by, so I'm glad, because I love Sarah J. Maas and her writing, because it feels like it just flies by and you're not reading as many pages as you are, and you're still getting all the details and the action and the romance, and just you're getting everything that you need out of these fantasy books, and it just, you know, it flies by, and it's good. I love it. Honestly, love this series, would always recommend it. I did not see the last part of this book coming, with Nesta and the friends and the girls that she meets in this book and where they end up. I was quite shocked. My jaw was on the floor. I did not know if they were going to survive, what the go was, how it was going to end, but I think it ended really nicely. And I also liked how her and Cassian are kind of working on their relationship throughout this book, and you're just seeing a lot more of Nessa's true self, and her character development is just crazy. Like, she becomes just like the most likable character ever. I love her character so much now after reading this book, and recommend it. No matter how much you despise her character at the start of it, she'll grow on you. It's just, yeah, it's inevitable, really. But I can see why people would get upset in this book. But I was flipping through to see how many chapters there were, or just how many pages there were, and I think I slightly spoiled it for myself. I didn't really read too much, but I seen like a name or a sentence or something, and I was just like, okay. And then it got to this certain part with this character, and I was like, oh, okay, I can see why everyone would get very upset about this. So I kind of wish I didn't spoil it for myself, but here we are. It was still good, and it was still brought tears to my eyes reading this scene, and I'm glad that they kind of answered the questions, and there were scenes with Favourite and Reese and kind of their situation that was going on, and you're still hearing about Moore and Azriel and Elaine, all the side characters in this book now, and there's talk about war and how it's still a possibility, and just trying, I guess, to either stop it or prepare for it. So it's still a lot of politics in this book too, and there's not much else. I really enjoyed it. I did. I'd probably give this whole series a 5 stars, honestly. And yeah, I mean, until the next one, I guess. This is the last video of me reading this series. Until the next one comes out, obviously, then I'll probably film myself reading that one. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Thank you.